Howdy doody, my dudes. We got spoilers. I'm pretty late to them actually. They came out like the 30th or something like that at the end of October, right before Halloween. It was a little treat for us before Halloween. And it was the same day, I believe, actually, that I posted the. Oh no, gosh, I have a video to post about Magic that I completely forgot about Pioneer. I was like, oh my gosh, we got a Pioneer guy shown. Oh my gosh, and I didn't even I forgot to post the video. Holy cow! Hold on, let me. Whoop, there you go. And wait, there you go. Yeah, there we go. Now we're looking all right. So we got look at this. These freaking full art basic lands here, pretty sick. I'm a huge fan of the way this island is. This island is looking. Look at that. That is stellar. Constellations. I do wish there was a little bit more constellation going on here instead of just like wispy nebula-y. It does look super sick, but imagine if there was like some vague constellation going on here. That'd be super cool. It would add to the art. Just a little extra flavor going on here. These are super sick. I can't wait to see them in foil. They're dope. They're super dope. I'm sure the foil prices are gonna bloof in price. It is also really cool that it's not just like, and not to besmirch the artists who do just like the full art, the other swamps like John Avon and whatnot, which are all fantastic by the way. But it's cool just to see the mana symbol here. Big fan of that. That was a lot of talk for basic lands. I guess it tells you this is about to be pretty crazy. Okay, so what's weird about these is these are raw photos. These aren't official spoilers because the official spoiler season hasn't started yet. Of course, it's just a lot of leaks. I'm not totally sure they're legit, but they're looking pretty soft. I mean, they're on Mythic Spoiler, and this site tends to be pretty spot on. They even do the translations and whatnot. Let's just get into it though. Let's just hop in. They brought the border back, which is what I was hoping for, because holy cow, this is one of my favorite borders next to the Miracle border, I think. It's just beautiful, dude. It's absolutely beautiful. When you guys, if you've never seen a Theros card in foil, be prepared, because it is truly something else. It is so cool. Oh my gosh. Not as nice as the Miracles, but still really nice. So we got, if you don't know, Theros is a huge enchantment-themed set. It's based on it's Wizards' cultural rip on like the Greek and Roman kind of style. They're the mythos of gods and such. It's really cool. We got let's see here, Skola Grove Dancer. All right, it's a 2-drop Satyr Druid enchantment creature. And I'm so sorry if I can't read these. Some of these are pretty foggy because it's an actual picture. This card reads, whenever a land card is put into your graveyard from anywhere, you gain 1 life. You may pay 3 to put the top card of your library into your graveyard. This is actually pretty sick. For a common, oh my gosh, common 2. This is a bear with huge upside. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. I was expecting this to at least be an uncommon, but that tells you there's going to be like probably a lands matter, and the art is looking really cool in this. Oh my gosh, that perspective. That's really good. I'm glad that Scape Shift is out of standard, but oh my gosh. Excuse me. What is that? Sure, the familiar here. It's a 3-drop artifact creature bird. Flying, when it enters the battlefield, you scry 1. 3 mana, 1/3 flyers, scry 1. This is alright in limited, actually. I'd pick this. I'd draft this. 4 mana, Nyla's Huntmaster. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +X/+O, where X is your devotion to green. Okay, so another really cool thing about Theros is it had this like monocolored kind of thing called devotion. Like that was one of the abilities. So you would one of the most probably most familiar card people are most notable card for this is Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Most people just call it Gary. It does X damage to each opponent where X is your devotion to black, and you gain that much life. Whoo! It's a house, baby. That is a house. It's one of my favorite cards. Period. The art is it's all right, and I would love to see it in this set again. We'll see. We'll see. I cannot read this card at all, so let's open it up. It doesn't look like anyone's actually. It's not loading here. Okay, well, we'll do our best. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, it has. Oh, it's the constellation thing. This gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It's a 2/1. Pretty good and limited, I guess. It might be good if there's an enchantment deck. I guess we'll see. Man, these are really hard to read. We got a rare land here, Labyrinth of Skorophos. It taps for colorless, and you can pay 4 to remove target attacking or blocking creature from combat. So just another Maze of Ith card. Oops, so sorry. Oh my gosh. That's the throne stuff. Great set. Ooh, sagas are back, dudes. Ooh, oh. Look at that. I can make out vaguely what that name is. Oh boy. The Akroan War? It's a 4-mana saga. Sagas go to 5 or 4. Ooh. I think there's another one that goes to 4. Sorry, I'm Seb. I'm sorry. Gain control of target creature for as long as this remains on the battlefield. Until your next turn, creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able. Each tapped creature deals combat damage to itself equal to its power? Dude, I want this in Zansha. This is perfect. This is literally 3 things Zansha wants to do. I'm in love with this. This is one of my new favorite saga, I think. Probably. That's insane. And it'll probably be super cheap because it probably has no function otherwise. Well, no, I don't know. It's essentially could potentially be a board wipe. It's slow, but it's kind of good. I like that. I like that. Though, this is kind of interesting. You take their biggest thing, then they have to block so you kill something. Or maybe even 2 for 1. And then blow up everything else, all their tokens or whatever. I do kind of like the way this is made, too. It's pretty neat. This, like, I don't know, Greekish art here. Really nice. Treacherous Blessing, another rare for 3 mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. 3 mana, draw 3 cards. Whenever you cast a spell, you lose 1 life. When it becomes a target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. So, I mean, there's any number of ways to just remove this, but I don't foresee this being a bad card. 3 mana, draw 3 cards, lose a life every time you cast a spell. Just don't cast too many spells or have some life gain built into your deck. Right? Like Great Merchant of Asphodel? Maybe. Warbriar Blessing. 2 mana enchantment. Enchant creature you control, of course. When it enters the battlefield, enchanted creature fights up to 1 creature you don't control. And it gets +0/+2. It's alright. That's alright. We got a legend here. Oh my gosh. Dalikas, Crafter of Wonders? Sure, 3 mana. Legendary creature. It's a Merfolk Artificer. Ooh. I'm sorry I keep doing that. It's just weird twitch from playing RuneScape and League too much, I imagine. You tap, add 2 colorless mana. Spend this mana only to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts. Equipped creatures you control have flying and haste? Is this the new Voltron commander we've been waiting for? In Is It colors? What's that? That one red sword that's in standard right now. This would be... Ooh, that's a lot of damage. that's a lot of damage. Oh boy, I like that. We got an uncommon legend. That's really good. Instant battlefield tapped. It doesn't untap during your untap step as long as you control a reflection. When this thing enters the battlefield, create a 3/2 blue illusion creature token. Blue reflection creature token. So 3 mana. Make a 5/5 essentially. This is weird. Probably good and limited. It makes 2 bodies for 3 mana. That's always good, baby. Like that's butter. Theranati Singer. Sure. It's a siren for 2 mana. 2 mana flash flying. Hello. That's all I needed to hear. And it's a 1/3. Enters the battlefield. Target creature an opponent controls gets -X/-O until end of turn where X your devotion to blue. That's good, baby. That is incredible. That is actually super good as an uncommon. We got the Seb Saga, dude. Oh, Ooh, look at that. That is so... This dude is too talented to be making uncommons. Yeah, I bet it's incredible, though. 2 mana, 5 sagas on this saga. 5 turns or whatever. 2 mana, scry 2. Choose a name a card. Okay. Whenever you cast a spell with the chosen name, for the first time this turn, draw 2 cards. So that's weird. Name what you're gonna do it, but draw 2 cards, and then look at the top card of each player's library. I mean, I can foresee this being pretty good, I guess. It's a little weird, but I like it. I like this. I don't think this will see play, but I don't know. I don't know. Being able to see what your opponent's going to do next, but also having to name what you're going to do your next turn. But you do draw 2 cards. This is a lot of value for 2 mana. Foresee what you're going to do. Tell what you're going to do. Draw 2 cards, though your opponent knows what's going to happen. And then see what they're going to do next. You know what? I think this might see play. I'm not sure what deck would want this. Probably some sort of control deck, of course, but... We'll see. We'll have to see on this one. This is a very interesting card. Oh my gosh. Man, spoiler season always gets me going, bro. Like, I actually lose my breath making these videos because it's like, there's so much to say, there's so much to talk about. Oh my gosh, and I gotta make it quick because these take too long and now I'm wasting time. Furious Rise, 3 mana enchantment at the beginning of your end step. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card as long as you exile another card with Furious Rise. You may play that card until you... Oh, so this stays here. Okay, so you have till your next turn to cast the card exiled with this. Red's been getting a lot of these weird impulsive draw things, and I'm not totally opposed to these, actually. This is not awful. This is definitely not awful. But I think I'd rather just... I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. It's probably alright in Commander, though, for sure. Like, drew land, use it, I guess, if you can, or not. Or it's just a dead card, get rid of it, you weren't going to use it anyway. Oh my good golly, what did I eat today? It's okay. Heroes of the Revel, 5 mana, Satyr Soldier creature, 4/4. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 red Satyr creature token with this creature can't block. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Heroes of the Revel, creatures you control get +1 and +0 until end of turn. No. I mean, maybe, but no. Unless there's a deck that really wants to be doing this kind of thing. I mean, I can't see this going in the Feather deck because that deck, it's already pressed for mana a little bit because you're casting spells so often. Like, do you really want to be paying 5 mana to get another, like, 5 power on the board? Okay, maybe. And then you have to target this for your creatures just to get 1 extra attack. I mean, I just can't foresee you taking off turn 5 to cast this thing, right? And then turn 6... No. Nope. Calling it off. No. Underworld Dreams? Isn't this a reprint? Whenever an opponent draws a card, Underworld Dreams deals 1 damage to that player. I think this is a reprint, right? Like, I think so. Minions Return. 3 mana. Enchantment Aura. Has flash. Enchant a creature. When an enchanted creature dies, you return the card to the battlefield under your control. Ooh. Dude. That is so good. I want that. Oh, I want that in Zansha. This is just Zansha the set. Gimme. I want this. I want that really bad. And actually, I think that's pretty good in standard. 3 mana, like flash this in on something that's going to die on a combat trick or something. This is a combat trick. I imagine this is the best case scenario you use it in, or like tie it to a Doom Blade or something for 6 mana, blow up something and take it. A little expensive, so I'd rather use it for a combat trick. But that's pretty good, dude. Like, that's really good in my opinion. I see this being pretty dang spicy. And the foil of this is gonna look dope. Those foil strands, ooh, and the armor in the hands, ooh, that would look so cool. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I live in the Northeast and it's cold and we're all sick now. Dreamshaper Shaman, that is hard to say. 6 mana. Dreamshaper Shaman. Ah, it's not that bad. Enchantment creature, Minotaur Shaman. Uncommon. A lot of uncommons in this one. At the beginning of your instep, you may pay 3 mana and sacrifice a non-land permanent. Okay, what you gonna do? If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land permanent card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It is a Minotaur. I could see this being... I mean, red likes random shit. I'm a gambler sometimes in Magic, only in Magic. I mean, imagine 3 mana casting Emrakul. Not casting, but getting one. You know, just boom, it's a non-land permanent. You put that card onto the battlefield. It's like, what is that? 7 or 6, 7, 8, 9 mana to do that. There are definitely cheaper ways to do things. But I actually think I'd play this in limited too. I think I would, depending on the removal we get. Maybe. At the beginning of your insteps, you just start ripping through your library to get the non-land permanents out, and boom. At the very worst, I see this being good and limited in budget commander decks. I think this would be alright in budget commander decks. Okay, whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, Dreamstalker Manticore deals 1 damage to any target. 3 mana 4/2 with this pretty okay upside that's like that one wall in Ravnica. One of the Ravnica sets had a wall that does something like this. Whenever you cast a spell, it does 1 damage to any target. Maybe. I can see this being standard playable in a burn deck. Definitely limited playable, I think. But it's only your first spell, which I'm kind of like about. Whereas the other one is each spell, I believe. It's a very aggressive card. 3 mana 4/2. It trades. It trades so hard. So I don't think this is bad. I don't think this is bad. It's okay. It's okay. Hydra growth. It's like this. This one's crazy looking. I like hydras that look like this instead of just amalgamations of tentacles. I do like tentacles though. Big fan of tentacles. Very big fan of tentacles. Hydra growth. 3 mana. Uncommon enchantment aura. Enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on enchanted creature at the beginning of your instep. Double the number of... Oh, Hydra Krasis. This is your new best friend. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, just throw this on Hydra Krasis. You'll be alright. When an enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional green. 5 mana, sacrificed this. Create a 2/2 wolf creature token. Activates the ability only during your turn. This is pretty good. 2 mana, make another mana. I think that's Fertile Ground, or maybe Fertile Ground adds 2. But you can't sack Fertile Ground to make a 2/2 wolf. I think this is okay. Chain Web. Sure. Arachnid. We're calling it Arachnid. That's not what it says, but I'm calling it Arachnid. Enters the battlefield is... It deals damage equal to the power to target creature with flying and opponent control. So this kills 1 mana 1/2, so it only deals damage to like the low cost, the tiny butt flyers. Okay, that's I mean there's a blue deck, blue white flyers has a whole lot of 1-drops, so this is pretty good against that. So this set has another mechanic that I actually think is super cool. Based on some of the cards we've seen so far. It's called Escape. And the escape cost for this particular... I'll just read this card and then I'll explain it a little bit more. I think that'll make more sense. It has escape. I'm guessing that's a 3 and 2 green mana. 3 generic and 2 green mana. Exile 4 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. So 5 mana and sack, what was that, 4 things? It's a pretty steep cost on this guy. But it escapes with, oh, what? 3 +1/+1 counters on it, so it comes in as a 4/5 after that? I mean, listen. One of the best things you can do in Magic is reuse abilities, right? And this is that to a pretty good degree. It's a kill spell as well for flying things, and sometimes there's annoying flying creatures in Magic. It's one of them. If it's one of those things you'd rather have and not need than need and not have, and this helps you deal with the fact that sometimes you just ain't got it. It's like a poncho when you wanted an umbrella, I guess. This is your boy Poncho. Sure, let's go with that. He's knitted you a poncho. Yeah, and he comes back and gives you a better poncho. He comes back and gives you the umbrella later. I like this guy, actually. This is pretty good. If there's flyers, a lot of flyers, and limited, this is going to be incredible and something you'll take every single time. But so far, I think we've seen, one flyer? We'll see. We're only just in spoiler season, baby. We'll see. Whew. What is this? Hygiene Creatid. Sure, 2 mana. It's a plant. This is just Groot. This is just Groot. I do like the art, though. Creature plant. Common. 1/1. Add 1 mana of any color. Period. If you control... Whoa. 1 mana of any color. Okay. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, add 2 mana of any color instead. Whoa. That's good. Not a whole lot needs to be said about this, but this is good. Can you imagine if this was like an enchantment plant? I am Groot. You'll hear that joke every time people talk about this card. Okay. Thunder Ring Chariot. 4 generic mana. Vehicles are back. Okay. It's an uncommon. First strike, trample, and haste. 4 mana, 3/3. That's a lot of upside. And its crew cost is 1. At the very least, this is very good and limited. I mean, first strike and trample together with haste. It's pretty good. That is very good. That is a very good Magic card, in my opinion. Though I'm not a limited master, let's wait for limited resources to tell me that this is a totally shit card and you should never play it. But I think I'd probably take it anyway. I like it. I like it. Hero of Nyxborn. It's 1 generic and Boros. Enchanted creature, human soldier. It's got that beautiful... Oh, yeah, it's got the beautiful enchantment thing going on. Oh, my gosh. When this thing enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 human soldier, creature token. Whenever you cast a spell that targets this guy, creatures you control get +1/+1. Okay, this is a much better version of whatever the heck was down here into this thing. You want these two together, sure, but this is doing what should be doing better, because it's better costed. You still get the 1/1. Smaller, but dude, just play this every time. Just play that. Was it a common though? Oh, they're both uncommons. What the heck? And this is the enchantment. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so there's this weird cycle of hunt or omen spells. I actually really like these. The art's pretty cool too. It's like, look at me, come to me, join my side. I like them. Very good. This one has... Oh, they all have... These 3 at least have flash. When Omen of the Hunt enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library. That's pretty good for 3 mana. With flash. It's not very good, but it's alright. And you can sack it for 3 mana to scry 2. I think I would play this in like a Modrotha deck in Commander, because it's repeatable. Very, very easily repeatable means of getting lands out of your library. I'd play this. I'd consider finding a slot for this in my Modrotha deck. Those 6 mana to just get a basic, shuffle your library. It's very important. And then scrying 2. If you, I'll mull it over some more, but if I have nothing else to put in my deck, I'd put this in Modrotha. Finding ways to repeat effects in Modrotha is the fun of that deck, and this does something extremely important. Flash is like the main thing that's making me teeter totter on this card so much. The flash is like, it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal, guys. Kind of a big deal. Omen of the Dead. 1 mana. With flash as well. Ooh. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so these all have Saccard for 3 to scry 2. This one is really good. This one's really good. When Omen of the Seas enters the battlefield, scry 2, draw a card. This one might be just the best. This one I would actually just put in Modrotha. I wouldn't be opposed to putting all 3 of these in Modrotha, but this one, that is really 2 mana, scry 2, draw a card. That's really good. That is really good. That is what you call a magic card. That is what I would do. Let me move me. There I am. I like me over there a little better. I might have to move it. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Whatever. Warden of the Chained. 3 mana. Another Minotaur. Pick up your didgeridoos before they spike. 1 red green Minotaur warrior creature with trample. Uncommon. 4/4. Oh. Can't block unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. So these two go really well together. This is adding 2 mana if you have this dude out. That's good. This is okay. I like his armor. I like this art a lot. Whew! Look at this. Okay. So this looks like they're bringing back like some sort of special edition thing again, collector booster type deal. Look at this extended art. Personally, I'm like kind of done with this. This is not Magic to me. These are cool. I love this, like, I'm just bitter, man. I don't like these. I don't like these at all. It just paints an ugly picture for Magic and feels like sports cardy, kind of silly. The art is beautiful, but why not have these in the packs, like... I'm sorry to breathe into the mic like that, but let's just read the card, I guess. I'm sorry. That put a damper on my mood. I don't like seeing these. Elspeth's Son's Nemesis. We don't know if this is not going to be in the set, I guess, but I doubt it, knowing the trends. 4 mana, 5 loyalty, Planeswalker, Elspeth. It's a mythic, of course. But it has only minus abilities. Interesting. -1, up to 2 target creatures you control each get +2/+1 until end of turn. -2, create 2 1/1 human soldier creature tokens. -3, gain 5 life. Once again, I'll give you a good old solid, but it does have escape. What's its escape cost? What is that, looking like a 4 and 2, 4 generic and 2 white mana. Exile 4 other cards from your graveyard, and then cast this. This is good for control, I guess. I just don't know where this slot, 4 mana in control is kind of important. I'm sure they have other things they want to be doing at that curve. But against burn, this is really good. In limited, you take it. You just do with Planeswalkers for the most part. You just take them because they're hard to deal with. It's fine. It's fine. It's services, I guess. If this is just what Elspeth does in this set, I'm a little disappointed. Because the other Elspeth cards make her like this awesome like warrior kind of person with like a little army going on. She always makes more armies and buffs her armies, which she does with this card. But gaining, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just feel like something's missing here. This doesn't feel like a like Liliana, Dreadhorde champion. You know, like that's a pretty ridiculous card. This doesn't feel like Gideon, the last Gideon Blackblade, I think it was called, right? It doesn't feel as powerful as that. Like for this being the Elspeth set, I'm guessing like she's even on the box art. This doesn't feel as strong as those. They can't always hit the mark, I guess. Whatever. Maybe I'm just salty that they're doing this stupid collector's booster box type shit again. I'm sure. Phalanx Tactics +1, or excuse me, 1 generic and 1 white. It's an instant. Target creature you control gets +2/+0. Each other creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Throw this in your feather deck. That's perfect. Banishing Light. This is a reprint. 200% sure. Enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield. This is good. This is good. Ashiok is confirmed back, I guess, by this. Why would they have an Ashiok card here without Ashiok being in the set? Ashiok's Erasure? Yeah, sure. I like the art. It's pretty creepy going on. Ashiok's always been an interesting character, so I'm glad we get to see more of them. 2 mana, 2 generic, 2 blue mana. It's an enchantment with flash. A lot of flash enchantments in this set. When this enters the battlefield, exile target spell, so it's a counter spell. Your opponent can't cast spells with the same name as the exiled card. Okay. When it enters the battlefield, when it leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. I like this. This is probably fine. That's probably fine. Whoa, these are just short of unreadable. This is a vanilla creature, though, so I'm not worried about that. We got a unicorn. Why does this text block look so squished? Like, there's the... Huh. This is just a weird photo, I'm guessing. I don't know what to tell you about that one. That looks so weird. When an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, tap target creature and opponent controls. Okay. What the hell is this? This spell costs X less, where X is your devotion to white. Oh, okay. That wasn't too hard to read. It's a something flyer. Chimera. 3/3. I'm sure it's bad because it's white. Karametra's Blessing. White mana instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 end of turn. If it's an enchantment creature or enchanted or enchantment creature, it also gets hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. This makes me think of God's Willing, but it has to, with like an extra step, I guess. It's not bad, I guess. It's okay. Another. Oh, what is going on with these pictures, man? What the heck is this? Whenever another creature control attacks, it gets +0/+1 until end of turn. Why? I like the art, but why? What is this? That's so strange. I mean, big butts, I guess. Weird. It'd be cool if it was like whenever you get attacked by a creature, your creatures get +0/+1. That would be alright. That would actually probably be too good. Leonin of the Lost Tribe. I guess, let's see here. 2 mana, cat warrior creature, 3/1. Okay. When it dies, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. So, okay. I'm actually kind of glad to see some graveyard hate built into the set to kind of help stop if, like, for some reason the escape deck was too good. This helps keep it under wraps, I guess. Dreadful Apathy? Okay. 3 mana. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature can attack or block. And then you could pay 3 mana to exile enchanted creature. Okay, I like this. This is probably fine. It's 6 mana to do. It stops it, and then it just freaking removes it. I'm okay with that. That's a fine card. Indomitable Will. 2 mana. Flash enchantment. Enchanted creature gets +1/+2. No. Moving on. No. Just no. Naiad of Hidden Coves. 3 mana. 2 generic and a blue. It's a blue card. Enchantment creature. Nymph. Hey. As long as it's not your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. There you go, Simic Flash. This is this is exactly what you need. And this is gonna look so sick in foil. I like this. I like this a lot. Eidolons are back. Eidolon of Philosophy. To be or not to be? That is truly the question, isn't it? It's a 1/2. And you can pay 7 mana to draw 3 cards. This is a limited card, I guess, but meh. Ichthoriomorphosis. Sure. 3 mana. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature loses all abilities. It becomes a blue fish. Hey, it's a blue removal spell. Or blue removal spell. I don't know what is happening here. Looks like it's something about to being stepped on. Some sort of frog echidna thing? Sure. Constellation. Oh, Trident Wave Rider. I like this. That's really cool. It's gonna be a beautiful foil card. 4 mana, 3 generic, and a blue. Excuse me, I should have got some water or something. This is driving me bonkers. It's a Merfolk Wizard. We got a lot of those. It has Constellation whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control. Trident Wave Rider gets flying until end of turn. Yeah, that's probably alright. It's a 4 mana 3/3, sometimes flyer. That's okay. This is a 4 mana 2/5 enchantment creature, but otherwise it's a vanilla it's a vanilla creature. Otherwise, the enchantment part makes it a little more valuable than a normal vanilla creature. So sometimes, actually, with this, so you do this, then you play this your next turn, you get a big butt on the ground, and you get a flyer for that turn. If that's what you got to do in limited, that's what you got to do, man. I could see that being an alright play. And hey, they're both Merfolk. Merfolk are back. Tell Prof. Someone get the Professor in here. The Professor. Nexus Wardens. It's a 2 generic and 1 green. Creature, Satyr, Archer, common with reach, and it has Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 2 life. That's okay. That's okay. And one of my favorite types of cards in limited are the 1 mana 1/1 Death Touchers, and that's exactly what Moss Viper is. I already like this card. You don't need, just take it. If you see this card and there's nothing really else going on in the pack and it fits your theme, just take this, dude. You cannot go wrong with 1 mana 1/1 Death Touchers. All you need to show me is Death Touch and limited, and I'm like, I'm there, man. Gimme. That's all I want. This is a birthday present from Watsy. I can't read the casting costs on this thing. It looks like 2 mana, but there's a bit of a glare. Enchantment or enchantment. Enchant creature you control. When this enters the battlefield, you draw a card. Okay, 2 mana draw a card. Enchant creatures +1/+0 and has trample. I mean, sorry, I just got off work. It replaces itself because you draw a card directly after, and it's giving valuable stats to creatures. Trample is not something to mess with, my dudes. This is fine. It's ultimately fine. I'd probably put it in Rafik. I need more trample in that deck. Ferocious Typhoon. Sure, 2 generic, 2 green creature snake beast. Okay. It's hard to read. It has escape for 7 mana. Exile 4 cards. When this card escapes, give it 3 +1/+1 counters. So it's already a 4/4 for 4 mana. It has to die and then or be put in your graveyard by some means. And you exile cards from your graveyard to get a 7/7. Nope. Funeral Rites. It's 2 generic and 1 black. You draw 2 cards and lose 2 life, and you put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. In this particular set, this is actually a really good card because putting cards in your graveyard matters quite a lot more. Because you want to help, if you need to, help things escape out of your graveyard. And generally, they're like Read the Bones, for instance, is one of my favorite cards ever, and I've put it in just about every commander deck that has black because it's just so good. Drawing 2 cards and losing 2 life for 3 mana is not a big deal, my dudes. Like, I like Read the Bones more because you scry. It's like scry 2, lose 2, draw 2, or some shit like that. And I don't know if it's exactly in that order. I think it's scry 2, draw 2, lose 2. It's a great card, and it's a common, so it's generally pretty cheap. Aspect of lamprey. Lampreys are gross. There's an isn't there a Camp Lazlo episode about lampreys? Like Lazlo gets attached to a lamprey, and of course it gets attached to them as well. That's just what lampreys do. 3 generic and 1 black. Enchantment or enchant creature you control. When aspect of the lamprey enters the battlefield, target opponent discards 2 cards. And enchanted creature gets lifelink. Fine and limited. It's fine and limited because you're having your opponent discard 2 cards may as well be removal spell, but it's their choice, I guess. Not may as well. Someone's gonna get me if I say it's may as well be a removal spell. That's not totally true, but the lifelink. I actually think this card's pretty good and limited if you have to be drafting black. I like this quite a lot. Wow, this card is gonna be just about impossible to read. I have no idea what the name is. Irreverent. Sure. 2 generic and 1 red for some satyrs. When this enters the battlefield, choose 1. Oh, it's a motor spell for 3 mana. It's a 2/2 on a body. This is dangerous territory, wizards. Be careful. Do you get to destroy target artifact, or this card gains haste? So you 3 mana, destroy an artifact when this enters the battlefield, and you still get a 2/2. Or this card gets haste. So if they have nothing on the field, you just swing in like mad. If they have something on the field, like an artifact, it has to be an artifact, destroy that shit. I like this card. I like this kind of a lot, actually. I like this. That's a good boy. That's a pretty good boy. We haven't seen too many crazy artifacts to worry about right yet. But at the very least in limited, I think this is a good boy. This is a couple of good boys. Or maybe that's a girl. This is some good people, some good goat people. Oh my gosh. Satyr's Cunning. It's 1 generic or 1 red mana, and the artist. This makes me think of some old school art. I like that a lot. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just got off work, guys. Please forgive me. It's a 1 red mana sorcery. Make a 1/1 red satyr creature token with this creature can't block, and it has escape for 3. So you just cast this card again and get a 1/1. Probably fine and limited if there's some sort of, if red wants to have bodies on the battlefield, which it seems to if you go Boros. So I don't think this is a good card, but I could see a good reason to play it if you just need something on turn 1, I guess, if you should happen to draw this. I mean, 1 mana 1/1 that can't block. And then you pay 3 mana and exile 2 cards from your graveyard to get another 1/1. And there's no get +1/+1 counters on this like the others. Nope. I don't like it, but I could see a reason you'd want to play it. This is another really hard one. I'm so sorry. Underworld Rage Hound. Aren't we all? This is just Cerberus. I wish it cost 3 mana and was a 3/3 just to really push it home. But it is 2 mana, 1 in red, for a 3/1 Elemental Hound. Elementals, hey. It attacks each turn if able, and it has escape for some amount. And you exile 3 cards from your graveyard, and it enters the battlefield. When it escapes, it just gets another counter. I mean, it's a pretty aggressive card at 2 mana, 3/1. That's okay. Yeah. Red is interesting here. I don't know how to feel about it just yet. We'll get there. I'm a red player. Red black Rakdos is my life, baby. So don't do me dirty like this, Wizards. Potent of Betrayal. Man, this is such a bad video. I'm so sorry. 3 generic and 1 red. For a sorcerer, gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature, gains haste until end of turn. Scry 1. I actually kind of like threaten effects in limited. I tend to take there's one in M20. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the most used one, and I take it pretty often actually to great success. Because oh man, they have that bit. I need to swing in to kill you, but you have you have an annoying dude over there, big beefy boy. I'm gonna take it and then swing in with your big beefy boy. It's helped me win quite a lot. It's helped me win quite a lot. So don't be shy. It's 4 mana as opposed to the usual 3 or 2 and even the 1 for a 3 power, right, in Throne. So don't take this all of the time. But if you're just like, man, you know, I mean, and it does sound like Gruul, the Gruul colors are going to be all about, or at least green, it's all going to be about big boys. You got that dude down here that taps for extra mana if you have a big boy. So consider this. Keep an eye on this, because I really like threaten effects, guys. Maybe I'm just biased, but keep an eye on this at the very least. Excuse me. Thrill of Possibilities is 1 red and 1 generic mana. It's an instant. Ooh. There's an additional cost to cast this spell. Discard a card, draw 2 cards. I think this is great, actually. I think this is not the replacement for it just got banned in Modern. Someone will tell me what it is. The 1 red, discard a card, draw 2 cards, spell with flashback. I think Cathartic Reunion is still better because I think that draws you 3 cards. But this is still really good. So if you don't have Cathartic Reunion, there you go. This will help. And I think this is actually just a really good card. Like, these, if you're a red player, dude, you don't care to discard a card that you wouldn't mind casting, but you want 2 more cards because maybe you'll get something you need, or you got a shitty land in your hand. To pitch that little jerk and get this. Get 2 maybe lands, but hopefully something else. You gotta gamble if you're a red player. Don't be shy. Keep an eye on this too. These 2 I like quite a lot. Irora's Blessing? So no, what was the red dude? I can't remember his name. No, that guy anymore? 3 generic and 1 red. Enchant creature you control. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Enchant creature gets +1/+1. 4 mana, deal 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker, which is huge. Creature you control get +1/+1. I don't like this, but I think it'll be pretty okay in limited. I think that's all I can say about that. I don't like this in standard. Maybe in standard. I mean, it is planeswalker removal at 4 mana. Or creature. You know what, actually? You have to have a creature to play this on, but maybe. This is getting a good maybe from me. Not off the list, but a good maybe. And it'll be a pretty cool foil. Another one of the enchantment generic, or vanilla cards. Pass, ignore, whatever. It's a 7/3, I'll tell you that much. There you go. Whip and Flames. Got some sick horses and chains and this is some crazy looking art. I'm a big fan of this. 4 mana sorcery. Whip, Wrap in Flames. Deals 1 damage to each of up to 3 creatures, and those creatures can't block this turn. So you just plow on through. I think the Gruul colors, if you're building Gruul, if you have some big butts that just need to get through, but there's some annoying 1/1s on the field or some shit that don't have trample, like your creatures don't have trample. Not only does this kill them, or let's say they're 1/2, then fine, but you get your dudes through. So this has applications. I'd take this in limited for sure. Incinerary Oracle. Oh my god, what is this art? That is a powerful person there. I think it's a lady, but holy cow. I really like the flow in this art. I like this. 2 mana, 2/2, it's a bear. Human, shaman. It has an ability where it's 2 mana, gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If a creature dealt damage by this creature this turn dies, exile it instead. I like this card. I like this a lot, actually. Wish I had, like, just one other thing, but this exiling things instead of just outright dying, it's not bad. And it being a mana sink in limited is huge. It's very huge. I can see this being... I'm just going to say it's a good card to move on. I'm not too sure what I want to say about this right now, but I do like this quite a lot in the art. The foil list is going to be dope. Infuriate, 1 mana, it's an instant. Target creatures +3/+2. Here you go, Feather. Incredible card for that deck, and pretty good generally. Arena Trickster, 3 generic, 1 red mana, creature, human, shaman. Oh my god. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. Nope. Rage Guard, Berserker, no, the Minotaur, get your did reduce. When this enters the battlefield, target creature you control gets +1/+1, gains indestructible until end of turn. I mean, Fruit of Theros? We got a new dude here. Eating an apple. Some blood, messy eater. Huh, okay. This will look really ominous in foil. 1 mana. Target player loses 2 life. So shock your opponent. And then you can escape, exile 3 cards from your graveyard, and shock him again in black. I don't know how to feel about that. It's probably okay, though. Oh my gosh. Hold on, these comments. We're almost there, though. We're almost there, guys. We can do this. Flicker of Fate. 1 generic and 1 white. For an instant, exile target creature or enchantment, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. In Modern, just play Ephemerate. In Commander, just play Ephemerate. I'm pretty sure that card's just better. I think it's just permanent for that card rate. But, I mean, what I like to use these kinds of cards for is when, like, I have to make a block or something. I have this, just block, use this, save my dude. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure I can do that. Exile target creature or enchantment. This works on just the enchantment creatures, too, by the way. For some reason, I guess it wouldn't matter because they're creatures already. It's been a long day, guys. I'm so sorry. This is so low quality. I feel so awful. Then return to the battlefield. Yeah, you can do this. Block after, but before damage. Make sure you declare that there's a block and then there's a damage phase. Like the arena taught me that. Actually, I had no idea. It's completely changed how I play Magic. Yeah, you block, cast this, save your dude, comes back, boom, bam, you're good to go. You got a safe block, and that creature is tapped on your opponents, and then you can swing in like a man and win the game. Oh, look, Gorgons are back, and this is a very angry lady. This is a very angry lady. Venomous Hierophant? Sure. 3 generic and 1 black. Creature, Gorgon Cleric, they almost always have Death Touch. I'm pretty sure they do. Because Gorgon's turn, you just don't need to die. It's a 3/3. Huh. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. This feeds the escape decks. That's what this is for. That's when you'll play it. There you go. That's all you need to know. Another vanilla creature with a Nyxborn Marauder. It's a Minotaur. Get your didgeridoo's. Pious Wayfarer. 1 mana, 1/2. Constellation. When an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +1/+1. You can target this dude if you want. Actually, I really like the art here. Very old school looking. Huh. I like that. I like that a lot. So I think this might be my favorite art for the day next to this lady. Or this. And this spooky person. I'd still give it a shot. Yeah, alright, yeah, I think initial impressions, it's okay. This is okay. I think I'm disappointed by the Elspetherino card because it indicates that WotC is still doing this, this, and I don't like these. I don't, but I do. I am a fan. See, Banishing Light back. I do love this art. I do so very much. But I wish they would. That voice crack. I wish they would just put them in the set, dude. Like, why not? You can sometimes get the storyboard cards in Throne every once in a while. I have a pack. Excuse me. I think right here. I thought I'm pretty sure you can get like the showcase cards from Throne in the normal packs. Like I'm pretty dang sure. So why not have all of these? Why make a special edition? It does not cost you any more to do this. Like I just I know people are gonna buy it, and dude, it's cool. It's so cool. But I can't ethically, excuse me, not ethically support these kinds of business practices because I don't feel like it's healthy for Magic the Gathering to have an image like that. I I just don't. I don't like it. You can do whatever you want. It's not my place to tell you to spend your money. But otherwise, I am happy to be back in Theros. I hope we got some Sab art, so I'm already pleased. I like this legendary dude. He's cool. I love the Archon War. I love the Maze of Ith functional reprint. I love that. I think this is a really good card too. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot about the basic lands. They're super cool. Yeah, yeah, it'll be alright. It'll be an okay set. I just want these. I think that's the only reason I want this. I just want these, dude. Just give me 100 million of these. I'll put them in all my decks. I think that's going to end this video, though. I am exhausted from work, and I came home and immediately started recording this video because, I mean, I like doing it, man. I like making videos. It's actually a lot of fun. I will see you guys. Wait, I almost forgot. Subscribe to the video, or subscribe to me, the Tiki YouTube channel. I do Magic the Gathering and RuneScape because those are my two favorite things. In the description box, there is a link to my Facebook where I post links to my videos. I also post art when I do it. Sometimes I do wood burning. Big fan of wood burning. Though it takes a while to do. Leave a comment. Tell me what your favorite card is, what maybe you're looking forward to in this. Are you happy to see Constellation back? Personally, I'm happy to see Constellation back, and it looks like they're pushing it a little bit more. I'm also very happy to see Devotion back. I would like to see a little more push on Devotion right now, because currently in Standard, it is so easy to have 3-color decks, 4-color decks, and don't get me wrong, I am a wedge kind of guy. Almost all of my commander decks are equipped. I think the only commander deck that's not 3-color is Zancha. But everything else is. It's just how I like to play. But I do feel like Standard's gotten a little out of whack with people being able to play essentially all the best cards. What is it? Sultai and Bant, I think, are the best colors in Standard right now. Maybe green blue is a little too strong because I think all those decks have like extreme similarities. Even Simic is just a really good because mostly Oko and Nissa have completely shaped the format in very negative ways. Saw a meme earlier today that said something like telling your kids of how you live through Okotober. Okotober just did it for me, dude. That was really good, and all the 3/3 elk memes have really been doing it for me too. Big fan of those. But please like the video if you liked it. If you didn't, I don't know. Downvote it. I gotta know that my content's good or bad. You know, be the judge of that for me, please. Leave a comment. Visit my Facebook if you want. If you'd be so kind. Check out some of my other videos. Some of my RuneScape videos, those have actual editing. This is just me talking about Magic cards. My RuneScape videos actually have quite a fair bit of editing, in my opinion. It takes quite a while to do those. Have a good one. Have a good night. See you eventually. See you in some of my other videos if you choose to stick around. Please stick around. I love you. And your beautiful face. And your fingers are so very nice when they leave comments on my videos. Have a good one, my dude.